I'm Gwennetta Wright.
And I'm Deonta B.
And welcome to Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B. The Facebook show, girl.
Yes.
I love it.
I love it. And especially today because you the learning mogul. You like to learn everything. You always researching something.
Yes.
So I'm excited about today because we are talking to educators and trainers.
Right. I am excited because, y'all people out there, especially y'all people in the entertainment, entrepreneurs, small business owners, when you're in those professions, I don't think people really realize that you never stop learning.
Right.
We'll go to school for a second, get a license, or jump into a career, and then we think like, we ain't got to learn anything else. Stuff is changing every single day, especially with technology. Like everything's changing every day. And in order for you to be the best at what you do, you have to get the training.
Right.
It's so important. And so I think this is a good show because we got trainers in different professions, right?
Right.
They train in all kinds of ways. And I think at some point in your career when you have become an expert, especially now, when you become an expert in certain professions, I think it's important for you to start training others.
That's definitely.
Yeah, sharing your knowledge. So for instance, one mistake I made when I first started business was I didn't write down the steps of how I got to where I was. You know what I'm saying? We be so caught up in it that we, it's time to do another. You're like, oh, dang, what I did. So my advice before we even jump into talking to all these experts is that if you're starting something new, track what you do from start to beginning. And even if it's not, neat or organized, but track it anyway. Because when you go back to it and you're trying to start something over again, because once you start one business and you get it down hardcore, it's easier to just start other businesses. And then people be all over the place. But you get one business down first.
Got the blueprint.
Right. You got the blueprint. And no matter what profession you're in, you just curve it to meet that profession.
Right.
So I can't wait to talk to them.
Yeah, that's why I like this show because we keep them in the know.
Right.
This show keeps you in the know.
Yes, girl. Yes, girl. So one of our guests that we have today is Mrs. Brejia Monique. She's a beauty mogul. She's the owner of Easy Beautified. And she has Braid Like a Boss Academy. And we have a lot of stylists on here. But when I seen her bio, I was like, we just did a show with everybody was in spa or something with hair. But when she said Braid Like a Boss, it's like, we know nobody on the show that did braids.
No.
And specialize them.
We need to know about braids.
Yeah, a lot of people get braids. So who else we got on the show?
Well, we have DJ Davis. She's a celebrity trainer.
Okay.
And she's also the owner of Box Fit Fitness.
Okay.
So I can't wait to see because we need to get fit, but we need a trainer.
Right.
We need to work on that.
And then Boss is unique.
Yeah.
Because we'll talk to football coaches and basketball coaches.
Right.
But we have not talked to nobody that do actual boxing. Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. And we also have Dr. Pinky Miller. She is an author and also an educator. So, she's going to get us all in the know on. And also, let me just add, she was actually one of the students from the original Lean On Me. Do you remember the movie Lean On Me?
Everybody knows Lean On Me.
I always say, Mr. Clark, somebody's beating up Kid Ray.
Right. Girl, that's that actress coming out. Oh, Lord.
So, let's just jump right in it because I think we need all the time for this show.
Okay, I got it. So, our first guest, we want to welcome I'm having a hard time with this name, even though it's easy, Mrs. Brejia Monique. Come on, girl. That sounds like something like... Real elegant, girl.
Yes.
You can look at her.
Say it's French. I went to Paris and checked the name. They was like, no, it's not French. I was like, well.
I know. It sounds French. It really does.
Brejia Monique. I like that.
Welcome and thank you for joining us on the corner.
Thank you for having me.
So, I was looking at your bio and you do a lot of different things. Okay. So tell us how you got on the journey of, being a braid stylist for one. And then, you're a serial entrepreneur. You do multiple things. So how did you start on your journey?
So I started braiding when I was around 12 years old, watching my mom braid my sister's hair. And then I started practicing on myself. And then I started practicing on the neighborhood kids. And I had people lined up. And so one day my mom was like, "Are you charging these people?" And I was like, "No." And so started the business that way. I didn't choose it. It basically chose me. And that's how I started the business. And then I went to cosmetology school at Cutting Edge Institute. And then I started my braiding classes. And then as a braider, as an entrepreneur, you have like your slow seasons and just your different ups and downs in the time. And so I looked at, getting into lashes and learning wigs and makeup and everything just to provide more services for my clients. So I do a one-stop shop.
So you say you started, you started at 12, you say?
Mm-hmm.
And then at what age did you, I know you said your mom came in and asked, "Girl, you charge these people." So what age did you actually start charging people?
I would say like 14.
Dang, you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, in middle school. I've had clientele since middle school, so
wow.
It's been like 16 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, see, I always tell teenagers, like, start early.
Right, they be having all these talents.
Right.
And then they don't want to, I'd be like, oh gosh.
I've only had one other job, which was at Burger King.
Okay, I worked at Burger King too.
And that was like right before I went to college. Well, after, right before I went to college. And so all through college, I was doing hair. I was like super independent, and it just opened me up to be free, just to do my own thing.
That's amazing. 14 years old.
I know. Okay, so tell me, because I know with you being so young, what were the biggest challenges that you faced as a young hairstylist? Because now you're a celebrity hairstylist. So of course you were able to overcome, but what were some of the challenges that you faced, especially getting people to buy in with you being so young and being a teenager into where you are now?
As I was young, I don't think it was like a lot of challenges because, they were young too. So, I was charging, appropriate prices for the age. But other than that, I remember being young and I was working in like an African shop, and the lady, the owner, she took me in, but it was one day I told her that I wanted to have my own business and do things on my own. Like I was already doing hair at home, but I wanted to, express to her that I wanted what she had.
Right.
And she was telling me like, you don't want to do that. You want to, I took it like she wanted me to, stay up under her. But at the same time, she explained to me that she had a daughter that she was putting through college and that it was just a lot on her. So that could have been something that would have deterred me away from really just going hard and just keep going with my business over the years. But I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what was in me. So I just kept that going. But
I'm glad, girl, you kept that fire.
I think those, and even in that situation, I thought you was going to say something else, but I think a lot of times, we might label those people as dream killers because you could have killed your dream. Yeah. But in the same token, I think I have to catch myself doing it sometimes. Like, people like, "Oh, girl, I want to be you. I want to do what you doing, blah, blah, blah." Like, no, you don't. Because it's like, it's so hard. So sometimes I think some people be trying to save you because they might not want you to go through what they went through or whatever. But in the same token, that's, we got to stop that. Okay. So you do braids, you have, the Boss Academy, and you do lashes and amongst other things. So you say you started at 14 as far as doing braids, but then you had to jump into the other professions like building a school and, getting people to trust you with their lashes. So what were some of the steps that you took to build your clientele?
I always naturally knew like how to market myself, especially like in college. I was like making flyers and stuff like that. So it wasn't hard to really put myself out there. But I just learned, branding over the years and just how to network and different things like that. And just to connect with people. I feel that I've been able to build my clientele just being personable, opening up to my clients, and letting it be a safe place for positive exchange. But other than that, just getting out there and putting my work on social media. Social media has helped a lot with building my clientele and just putting quality work out.
Okay.
Yeah. Social media networking. I hope you got that. So what were some of the strategies that you used in developing, because you're a celebrity stylist. So what were some of the strategies that you used, especially with you using a health and beauty approach so that you could stand out from others?
Honestly, I didn't really try hard to be like a celebrity stylist. It wasn't like the thing that I was like aiming for. It just kind of like happened through like referring my clients, referring me, people just being connected with me, and I'm connecting with them, and they connected me with socialites and celebrities. But now, like I said before, it's just about networking and putting myself out there. Yeah.
That's it.
So relationships built it.
Yeah.
And people don't get that. Like we talk about it all the time. Like relationships are essential to building what you want to be. If you around the right people, the door of opportunity just fly open.
Yeah, and just treating people how you want to be treated. Like, just being positive, putting that energy out there, and, opportunities will come. So that's just basically how it happened versus having a strategy. And now, I think about it more, but it's just really what comes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this, though, and it's kind of piggyback off what she asked as far as the celebrity. Being that you work with celebrities, what would be some do's and don'ts that you would recommend to someone who, because a lot of people, when they in a profession, they just run, I want to do celebrity hair, I want to do celebrity makeup. Mm-hmm. So because you work with them, what are some tips would you give someone who trying to work with a celebrity since you work with them?
I would say treat them like they're, people like you, because they are. Don't go crazy. Just, make them, sometimes that makes them uncomfortable. So I just play it cool. I like to, make them comfortable and, be professional. Be yourself and, try to satisfy them and, treat them like you would treat other people, but, take it serious and, just don't just react in a way that would make them uncomfortable.
I like that.
Yeah, that was great. So what are some of the tools that you provide, because you have your academy class? Mm-hmm. So what are some of the tools that you provide that might assist another stylist in their success? Because you teach stylists how to become their own boss, right? Mm-hmm. So what are some of the tools that you use in your academy so they can be their own boss, so they can be a boss?
Right. So I have two separate classes for beginners and advanced students. Okay. So for the beginners, I teach them the basics of braiding, the foundations they need to go to the next level, like box braids and the trending feed-in braids. And then for the advanced students, I just teach them more so like the trending styles, and all through the class, like they can ask me questions about marketing and branding, and I give them I give them opportunity to still access me after the classes through private lessons. So basically it turns into kind of like a mentorship, and we're able to really dive into their insecurities and just, I'm able to coach them in a sense.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Now tell me, you said feeding braiding?
I call them banana braids, and then later on people call them like feed-in braids or cornrows.
Cornrow, okay. Oh, y'all like feed-in braids. That's a little my head. Like,
I'm talking.
I don't know what
braids are. Yeah, cornrows.
See,
yes.
I learned the whole name of cornrows.
It's so many names people give it, but yeah, cornrows.
Feed-in braids.
Feed-in braids. It's a technique where you're feeding in the hair, so it's logical. It's like you're feeding in the hair to make the natural cornrows. So, it's really popular. It's the method.
But it's just does it look different? Do it look different than the old cornrows?
They do, because it's the natural, the way you start them. You braid with, like, if I have a client, I'll braid with her hair first, and then I'm adding in the hair as I go down.
Oh, so like kind of like a fish, is it? Something like a fish braid? Is it called a fish? We don't know nothing about braids. Girl, we trying to learn. Look, we need some more time.
Right. That's where the private lessons come in. Right? We start at the basics.
Girl, I don't want to braid no hair now.
We start at the basics. So you can grow and,
But I think that's a good profession for some styles to, incorporate. I know with braids and doing regular hair, that's very time consuming if you try to do both, I guess, maybe. But a lot of y'all do need to learn how to braid, because y'all be braiding like y'all not braid. You don't braid some lip bone and thing. So y'all need to go see the lady that know how to teach you how to do good, pretty, professional braids. So, you can make a lot of money on braids, girl.
Yes.
That's where the money is. They gonna pay for the braids.
Yes.
Okay, so we just love having you.
Thank you.
So tell our viewers how they can get in contact with you, and if someone out there, that especially parents who have kids that are sitting at home playing with their baby dolls, braiding hair, and practicing braid, like you can get them started real early like she did. So tell them how they can find your academy.
So you can find my academy and all the information for braiding, beauty, and education on my Instagram, which is Easy Beautified. And all the links and everything is in my bio. You'll be able to DM me, or my telephone number is on there as well. So you'll be able to find out more information about the classes.
Well, we enjoy having you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to the corner.
Yes,
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you, lady.
Thank you.
That was real interesting.
It was.
I mean, like, you just don't know. Like, some of the stuff out here, people been braiding hair forever.
Right.
And then,
I knew they was feeding braids.
girl, they talking about some feet. But, got a lot of pretty braids out here these days.
If my hair was so thin, I'd give you some braids.
Right. Extra thin over here, too. So, next, who we have?
We have DJ Davis, celebrity personal trainer and owner of Box Fits Fitness.
Okay.
Come on, Joy.
Talk about the influencer.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So, you've been ranked number 4 in worldwide boxing, huh? So tell us, how did you get started in the boxing industry?
I got started boxing. Believe it or not, I was older. I was in my 30s when I started.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was 30.
Wow.
And I was just looking for a different way to work out, because I was a track runner and a swimmer. I got tired of running. And with the hair, black girl hair, chlorine in the pool. I was looking for another way to work out. And so I had always admired the boxer's body. So I said, let me do a boxer regimen. So I walked into a gym, and I was like, I just want to do the workout. And I didn't know that I was walking into a gym where all of the world-class boxers were at.
Mm.
And so I started training and working out with them. And then eventually they were, encouraging me to compete. And I was like, no, I'm good. You got a tooth missing, your nose sitting over here, I'm good. And so they started convincing me to get in the ring and practice with them and do a light sparring. And I did. And they were like, you're really good. You need to compete. And so I got into my first amateur bout and knocked the girl out in like 10 seconds. And it just went from there. And I was like, oh, I'm going to travel, represent the USA boxing for free. I was like, sign me up. And it just went from there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she got the hands.
I'm going to tell you, this is funny, though. It's this one picture going around of this boxer. I don't know if they just got knocked all the way out. I don't know. I don't want to. I wouldn't want to, make a joke, because it could be like there could be something serious wrong with them. But I believe it's from boxing, and it was just like, oh, look, I don't know how we ever get in the boxing ring.
Right.
Shit.
It get bad.
I can't hit my head. You can't even mess up this house.
Well, the trick is to punch and not get punched.
Because somebody, you're going to get punched at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
Now, if you're that good, if you knock them out in 10 seconds, they have a chance. So tell us this, because you landed the opportunity to work with so many various celebrities like Layla Ali, Robert Allen, just to name a few. So how did you prepare, and how did you land those type of opportunities?
I think those opportunities came to me just from being talented and gifted. And when you're good at what you do, then people are drawn to you. And I've never sought out particular people. I just wanted to be the best at whatever it was that I did.
I always say that if you have good work, they will come.
Always.
Yeah. It speaks for itself.
It speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So you did your career in boxing. You do training, but you decided you wanted to work with kids to be able to teach them some of those same skills. So what are some effective tools that you have used to teach kids like how to box?
Well, the first thing with children is finding something that they love. And kids, I don't know about other people, but when I was growing up, how many of us or how many kids did we see emulating fighting? Like they always were wrestling or boxing or acting like Muhammad Ali. And so for some reason or another, kids are drawn to boxing. A lot of people are drawn to boxing. And so when you find that carrot that you can dangle in front of someone to make them, encourage them to do something, then that's what you kind of want to use to motivate them to do what it is you want them to do. And so with exercising is easy because you'll box and you'll be so involved in boxing that you'll look up and 45 minutes have gone by and you've been boxing for 45 minutes and you've burned about 500 or 600 calories.
Wow.
And so it's very effective.
So you're a celebrity personal trainer. So what are some of the services that you offer with training? Because you have so many different entities of training. Like you got your fitness camp, you got so many different. So with your actual training, because like we were just saying, we need some training.
Right.
So what are some of the services you provide?
I provide personal training.
Mm-hmm.
I provide sports specific training. And that's just if you run track, we can teach you how to be better at your sport with your fast twitch muscles. There's different muscles used for different sports.
Mm-hmm.
And so we do sports specific training. We also do weight loss. We do strength and endurance training. And then we do kids fitness. We also do couples training. And we do camps. Last weekend, I had a sorority there that booked a gym. And they just worked out in the gym for that hour and a half. So we offer anything that deals with fitness, health and fitness, kids, youth, adult fitness, and we can handle it.
Gotcha. Do you make it fun? Because like I like to feel like I'm dancing. I like to feel like I'm not working out.
Absolutely. And with the boxing, like I said, with boxing, and I'm creative, so I create a lot of exercises and a lot of moves that people absolutely hate.
Yeah.
They hate me for it, and every time something that hit the ground is a familiar sound, they're like, oh. But they keep coming back.
Yeah.
Because I challenge them and I make it fun. And so, it's effective. You look up and in a month, I've had clients that's dropping 15 pounds in a month.
Oh, wow.
4 pounds a week. And so it keeps them coming back.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. And I was just thinking, man, shoot, I've been trying to work out, but I do probably need to be able to box and kind of be so stressed out, try to box might work.
You might knock somebody out. Look, you learn from the best. You learn from the best.
Girl, sometimes I want to know some people. So, okay, so tell us what are some of the starting fees for someone who is in need of your services?
Okay, at BoxFit Fitness and Performance, our fees start off at $90 a month, and that includes trainer-led classes. So one of the things that was important to me was to make fitness affordable, because as you know, personal trainers, they're $75 to $120 an hour. Everybody can't afford that, but everyone needs to be healthy. So the prices are affordable. They start at $90 and they go up as far as $600 a month.
Okay. So you have the J-Fit Camp.
Yes.
Which I love. And so I want to know, why do you feel it's so important? Because you have efforts with your camp to combat bullying and things of that nature. So why do you feel like those things are so important?
Well, those things are important because that's what is in the forefront of the world today. There's a lot of bullying, a lot of youth suicide. The suicide rates has increased, bullying, and obesity. And oftentimes the bullier or the person being bullied is obese.
Right.
And so the childhood obesity and the bullying goes hand in hand. And so if we can tackle that issue, then we can help the kids with the bullying, the violence, the low self-esteem, and we can combat that issue just by making the kids more aware and lifting their self-esteem.
I like
That's
that.
awesome. With the camp? What are they doing at the camp? So just take me inside the camp, because that's very interesting. I think parents need to know about that.
So the camp is set up and designed in a way where we bring these kids in. A lot of the kids, they may be overweight, they may have self-esteem issues, and we integrate them with kids that have different types of issues. So everybody's not in the same category.
Okay.
And so when we integrate the kids together that are normally being bullied and ignored and isolated by their peers, now they're in this camp, and these are the same kids that are cheering them on and rooting them on and telling them they can do one more, come on, you got it. And so now it helps build their self-esteem and uplift them, because these are the same age of group of kids that were bullying them.
Right.
And now they're being encouraged by them. So it kind of feeds the program.
Right.
That's interesting. I like it. That's important. That's real important.
Yeah, it's I like what I see with the program. One kid has already lost 6 pounds in the first 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And the parents are very happy.
I bet.
Well, we wish we could talk to you all day. But tell the people, because you have an awesome program as well, how they can find you, and if their kid, well, not their kids, but if they're interested in signing their kids up or even signing up with some of your programs, how they can find you.
Well, I can be found on social media. My social media handle is Body by J, and that's JAI, and Box Fit Fitness and Performance Studio as well. We're located on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, that was awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you,
And good love.
Thank you
so much. Oh, that was awesome.
That was awesome. Yes.
And then she was like real in tune to really touch on every area of fitness, and it just wasn't about boxing. So I just really, really, really love it. So who's our last guest?
Well,
today.
Yes, our last guest is the Dr. Pinky Miller. She is an author, an educator, and a motivational speaker.
Okay, this is Dr. Pinky Miller. Come on up.
Yes.
Hi, ladies.
Wow. We are great. We are great.
Glad to be here.
So, you was one of the people, I was going to say original castmate, but you weren't an original castmate. You was one of the people that they actually wrote, I guess, about, because you actually attended the school with Dr. Joe Clark.
Yes.
So you wrote a book. You
Actually,
a couple of books, okay?
Yeah, a couple.
All right. But the one in specific, Behind the Life After Lean on Me.
Yes.
Okay. And even with your other ones, tell us the inspiration behind it.
Well, I am one of the real students who attended the real Eastside High School with the real Mr. Clark about 30 plus years ago.
I'm going to tell you something. I don't even interrupt you. But you know, On Lean on Me, the girl, On Lean on Me with the baby. Girl, you look like you would be the older one.
Everybody says that.
I'm sorry.
They're like, oh my God. I'm like, yes, I was there. But I was a scared little freshman when Mr. Clark came in as the brand new principal. And I was a scared little freshman because right before we were to attend Eastside High School, and we didn't have a choice as to what high school we could go to, a teacher was stabbed by a student. And so that's the high school that I had to attend, as well as so many other students in town. And we were it was because Eastside High School had a very bad reputation, but not just a reputation, things were really happening really bad there. So yeah, so it was an amazing experience. Mr. Clark came in and laid down the law. He really did change everything. And I sit before you with a PhD because of Mr. Clark. He told us we had 2 strikes against us. We were born poor, and we're Black or Hispanic, and that our home run out of the ghetto was our education. And so I believe them, and that's why I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about the book, Life After Lean.
Okay, so I attended Georgia State University, where I received my PhD in Educational Policy Studies, and I actually turned my dissertation into a book.
Oh, wow.
And so this dissertation is about the strategies and the leadership that Mr. Clark utilized to get us through and out of Eastside High School. So this tells you the good, the bad, and the ugly, because Mr. Clark wasn't always, supportive of the teachers, I'll put it that way, but he loved us as students. And so he was the reason why I wrote about him. And then my second book is my autobiography, which talks about a little Pinky growing up in poverty-stricken Paterson, New Jersey. Unfortunately had some bad things happen to her, me, being molested as a child and being around drugs and different things of that nature. And this is just a book that allows you to know that your past does not determine where you're going to go. And it's been an amazing journey because people who do read my book, and it's written in a way that's there to motivate you. And people I was the first one that they disclosed that things happen to them too. And the statistics are alarming because it's still going on today. And there's a lot of children that unfortunately are being touched in the wrong way. In my last position, I was a vice president of student affairs at Allen University. And what I found is that a lot of my students that were getting in trouble coming into my office after I had a counseling session with them realized after talking with them, they were dealing with some things that happened to them when they were a little child. And they were never told anybody, or if they did, their parents kind of looked at them as if it was their fault. And so I transitioned from higher ed, so now I'm working with the babies. And I found it has been an amazing journey because I work at an elementary school in DeKalb County, and I know that I have been an advocate for some students who have unfortunately been molested and or abused. And so I know that's what I'm living my life and living the way that God wants me to live. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because, I know this is a business show, but I mean, I've never experienced molestation, or any type of rape or any type of sexual abuse. And you hear of it, you hear your friends growing up, a lot of those things happening to them. But until now, like recently, the last couple of years, I just was unaware that I want to say the majority of the world, women and men, have had some form of sexual abuse, especially molestation. And I think it's very important for us to have advocates that can identify. I think some people hold it in so much that, it's hard to pay attention to the kids when it's happening to them. And then be able to, for people to know at an earlier stage, you know. But I was very unaware, like, that it happens so much. So I think that's a wonderful thing that you're doing. So a lot of people like to be an educator. A lot of people take the path to become a teacher, be a professor. So what are some steps that you took to actually get to that place? Because a lot of people don't know how to.
There's so many ways that you can go. Of course, going to college. I know if you want to be a teacher, there's programs here in DeKalb County or even just all over Georgia. They're called the TAP program. So if you are in another profession and you want to become a teacher, and there is a great need for teachers, they have these programs that you can go into and they will teach you how to be a teacher. They will teach you the strategies, rituals, and routines that you will need to become a certified teacher. And that's the route that I went. Although having a PhD from Georgia State University in educational policy studies, I still had to go through a program because, yes, I was prepared academically, but not to be able to sit with little 6, 5-year-olds. And so DeKalb County has an awesome TAP program, and I went through that program, and it's phenomenal. And it will teach you the DeKalb County way of being a teacher. And you're able to touch students' lives and make a difference in their lives. And it's been tremendous. So, yeah.
Awesome. So what advice would you give to someone, because you're an author?
Yes.
So, everybody wants to be an author. So what advice would you give to someone that's wanted to be a situational writer? Because you wrote a biography of yourself. So what advice would you give to someone else based on your own author experience?
There's so many different ways that you can become an author. And one way that is free, you can go through Amazon. Amazon has, it's called Kindle Direct. It used to be called Creative Space. And as long as if you're writing your autobiography, I would suggest that you start at your first memory. And then write it chronologically. So whatever, if you remember from age 2, which is what I remember, some things happened to me when I was 2 years old. because I can see it as if it happened yesterday.
Right.
You just age 1 and just write everything what happened. Age 2 and just write everything that happened. And after you do that, then you need to find an editor, an editor who can now bridge it together and just make it a full, beautiful story. And that's what I did. And the other great thing about being an author is you're able to tell your story.
Right.
Although you have to be careful, because while you're telling your truth, your family members may not agree with you sharing family secrets and things of that nature. So you just have to really be careful on how you do that if you plan to write an autobiography.
That's a very good nugget.
Yeah.
That is a very good nugget.
Yeah.
So I guess my last question for you would be, so you actually experienced going to a school that actually made television, that they wrote a story about.
Right.
And it's a lot of people who might have experienced something similar to what you experienced when you was actually going to Eastside High. And you're an author.
Yes.
So do you have any recommendations or any advice to people who might, experience something that could possibly be a book or possibly can be a movie? You wrote a book, so any advice for them?
Not only did I write the book, but I also wrote the screenplay.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's Life After Lean on Me. So you have to be careful how you do that as well. And just make sure that you get everything. Once it's published, make sure that it's incorporated, make sure that it's trademarked. Because you want, and copywritten, make sure your stuff is copywritten.
Right.
And you can even do it, they said the poor man's way of copywriting something, like once you write your transcript, send it to yourself in the mail and don't ever open it. And that way you have the date as to when you publish that particular document. Don't open it. So that's the poor man's way of copywriting something. Or you can go through the copywriter writing office and upload your document. One thing that I think is amazing is that Mr. Clark's legacy is still alive. Mr. Clark is 80, just turned 82 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I'm still in communication with him.
Okay.
It's amazing. And this past year, Lean On Me turned 30 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I created the Lean On Me Dr. Joe Clark Legacy Scholarship Fund.
Oh, wow.
And it's a way of giving back, because without Mr. Clark, I don't know where I would be. Mr. Clark helped my family financially. I was one of the first ones to wear the uniform because he paid for it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
He would give students money out of his pocket. He was the father figure that a lot of us never had. And so creating this fund last year, and this year we gave away $12,000 just by fundraising. And the goal is to do it again, because now the first March of every year is Lean On Me Dr. Joe Clark Day in Paterson, New Jersey. And so it's just been an amazing journey to have someone pour into me. And we leaned on Mr. Clark. And so now we're the leaders. Right. And so now people are leaning on us like we leaned on Mr. Clark. And so my third book will be out very, very soon. And it's called From Leaning to Leaders. And it's about the students, their profiles, Mr. Clark's legacy. And it's just been an amazing journey. So I just want to give back. Yeah.
Well, tell our viewers how they can keep in touch with keep in touch with you and get either one of your books, because a lot of people will be very helpful to them.
Thank you. All of my handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are Dr. Pinky Miller. And you can go to drpinkymiller.com as well as Lean On Me Dr. Joe Clark Scholarship.com as well. So all of the information is out there.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
Well, y'all, we on.
Thank you.
Yes. You can sit down now. We didn't tell you that part. So, y'all, we about to be out here, but today was actually very, very awesome. We learned a lot. I learned a lot, especially for the different professions, because you be thinking you know a lot, but every profession has something sparky in it, right? So, we had some amazing guests. We learned a lot. Boxing, braiding.
Yes.
Somebody that was the person that, experienced a legendary movie and turned in a book and a play and just different things, just taking your experiences and then making them and turning them, making them alive. I'm getting tongue-tied, y'all. But anyway, this has been an awesome show. So before we get out of here, let me tell y'all a couple of things. One thing is, if you did not know, me and Deonta are founders of a nonprofit organization called Reach for Your Dreams, Inc. And we are having our 11th annual toy giveaway and Christmas dinner in Columbus, Georgia. Well, we give away 1,000 toys and feed 1,000 people. So if you would like to donate to our cause, we are an approved 501c3 nonprofit organization. You can cash out us at Cash App R4YD, or you can do us at paypal.me/Reach for Your Dreams, Inc. If you want to know more about our organization and see some of our past events that we have done in the community, you can visit our Facebook page, which is Reach for Your Dreams, Inc. And we got to get out of here. But before we go, again, you can follow me, Gwennetta Wright, on all social media outlets at Gwennetta Wright. And make sure you also follow Gwen Business Corner on all social media outlets. And you can catch this show on Facebook. You can catch it on YouTube. And make sure you tune into us on Box 54, Lord have mercy, Box 54, every first and third Monday at 7 a.m. Deonta, tell them how to find you.
Well, you can find me at all social media outlets at The Real Deonta V. And before we get out of here, we have to thank our sponsor, our great sponsor, which is, let me make sure I say it right, because they are Inspiring Musician Productions, Inc. So all of you love music. So we want to give a shout out to Inspiring Musician Productions, Inc. And I want you to be able to go to their website, and I'm going to spell it out for you so I can make sure that you get it. It is IMPAUDIO.com. That's IMPaudio.com. Make sure you go check them out. And also, if you're looking for their Twitter, that is at IMPaudio1. At IMPaudio1. This is Gwen's Business Corner with Deonta B. Facebook. See you next time.